Good day everyone. For today's discussion, we are going to discuss cash basis to accrual basis of accounting, Chapter 10 of Intermediate Accounting 3. Accrual basis of accounting. The standard provides that under the accrual basis of accounting, the effects of transactions and other events are recognized when they occur, and they are recorded in the accounting records and reported in the financial statements of the periods to which they relate. It means that revenue and expenses are recognized and recorded when they occur. Hindi mo pa nare-receive yung money, kiniklaim mo na siya as your income. Example, a company that uses accrual basis accounting records a sale as soon as it sends an invoice to a customer. Another example situation is kapag may expected bills to pay ka at the end of the month. Hindi ka pa maglalabas ng money, pero consider mo na siya as expenses for that month. Proceeding to cash basis of accounting. Under the cash basis of accounting, income is recognized only when cash is received and expense is recognized only when cash is paid. Cash basis refers to an accounting method that recognizes revenues and expenses at the time cash is received or payout. Sa madaling salita, kapag bumili ka at nagbayad ka rin mismo sa mismong situation na yon, it is considered as cash basis of accounting. Or pag may bumili sa iyo at nagbayad din sila during that time, cash basis of accounting. Cash basis to accrual basis. To convert to the accrual basis, number 1, cash basis sales is A, increased by credit sales made during the period but are not yet collected. B, decreased by cash receipts on advances for sale not yet made. Number 2, accrual basis purchases is A, increased by credit purchases made during the period but are not yet paid. Letter B, decreased by cash payments on advances for purchases not yet received. Lagi po nating tatandaan ang difference ng cash basis to accrual basis. Pag na-earned, na-incurred at hindi pa natin nababayaran or wala pa tayong nare-receive, it is automatically under accrual basis of accounting. And kapag na-receive natin and may binayaran tayo, it is automatically cash basis accounting. Number 3, accrual basis cost of goods sold is computed using accrual basis purchases adjusted by the change in inventories during the period. Number 4, cash basis income is adjusted for changes in accrued income and unearned income during the reporting period. Number 5, cash basis expenses are adjusted for changes in accrued expenses and prepaid assets during the reporting period. And lastly, other items of income and expenses under PFRS are recognized such as depreciation and amortization, bad debts and impairment losses, discount or premium amortization on debt instruments measured at amortized cost, fair value gains or losses on assets, and liabilities required or permitted under PFRS to be accounted for at fair value, other comprehensive income, and income tax allocation.
Here is the example problem for sales that we will compute under the cash basis and accrual basis. This is a sample problem natin. Ang requirement natin is to compute for the following: A, net sales under cash basis, and B, net sales under accrual basis. Dito pa lang sa problem natin, pwede na natin siyang hatiin sa dalawa. Sa cash basis, included is the gross cash sales of 500,000, sales return from cash sales of 5,000, dahil sa problem natin, inclusive of 5,000 payment to customers, yung cash sales returns and discount natin. Cash siya, so we will put it on the cash basis. To compute for the net cash sales, subtract the two, which is equal to 495,000. Add the collection on receivables of 1 million, and we will get the total net sales under cash basis of 1,495,000. Now, we will compute under the accrual basis. Here's the computation. Trade accounts and notes receivable. Ang trade accounts receivable and notes receivable beginning natin is 600,000. trade notes receivable increased by 300,000, so the beginning balance is assigned a value of 0 and the ending balance is assigned the increase of 300,000, so it is 600,000. On credit naman is the collection of receivables. Sales returns and discounts natin na 15,000 dahil doon sa given natin 20,000 siya. Kaya lang nagbayad tayo sa customer ng 5,000, we will subtract that and we get 15,000. Yung recoveries of 4,000, the write-offs of 10,000, the gross credit sales of 1,151,000, and note receivable discount of 30,000. With a total of 700,000 trade accounts and receivables and note receivable end. Ngayon, yung final computation natin. Gross cash sales of 500,000 minus sales returns from cash sales na 5,000. Net cash sales na 495,000 is yung gross credit sales natin 1,151,000 minus sales returns and discount from credit sales na 15,000. Net credit sales natin is 1,136,000. So, ang total net sales natin under accrual basis is 1,631,000.
On your screen is an example of purchases and cost of goods sold applying the cash and accrual basis of accounting. Requirements are the following. Compute for the net purchases and cost of goods sold under cash basis of accounting and under accrual basis of accounting. First, let us compute for the net purchases and cost of goods sold under cash basis of accounting. Just simply add the cash purchases gross of 300,000 to cash payments and payables of 1 million to come up with the total gross purchases under cash basis of 1.3 million. Then, subtract the purchase returns from cash purchases of 15,000 to get the total net purchases under cash basis of 1,285,000. Accounts for the inventory will be like this. To get the cost of goods sold under cash basis, you'll just need to squeeze the 1,285,000 and 100,000. Ngayon, let's move on to requirement B, which is the net purchases and cost of goods sold under accrual basis of accounting. The T accounts for trade accounts and notes payable will be as follows. 700,000 on credit side was from the trade accounts payable of 200,000 plus notes payable beginning of 500,000. Take note that trade notes payable decreased by 200,000, so the beginning balance is assigned a decrease of 200,000 and the ending balance is assigned a value of 0. While the purchases, returns, and discounts of 5,000 was from the difference of 20,000 total purchases, returns, and discounts less 15,000 purchase returns from cash purchases. Napunta na tayo sa pag-compute ng total net purchases under accrual basis. Kailangan lang natin i-subtract ang gross cash purchases at purchase returns from cash purchases para mag-come up tayo sa net cash purchases na 285,000. Next is the gross credit purchases na nanggaling sa T accounts na ilalas din naman natin sa sales returns and discount na 5,000 para makuha natin ang net purchases on credit. And then, just simply add the two net cash purchases and net purchases on credit to come up with the total net purchases under accrual basis. We also have an alternative solution kung saan pwede natin i-compute ang net credit purchases as follows. On the credit side, for the T accounts of trade accounts and notes payable, meron tayong 700,000 na beginning. And on the debit side, meron tayong payments on payables ng 1 million. Tapos, ang ending naman natin is 400,000. Para mag-come up tayo sa net credit purchases, kailangan lang natin ulit i-squeeze. Take note that purchase returns and discounts on credit purchases are ignored. At dahil nga in-ignore natin ito, yung na-squeeze natin ay nagre-represent ng net credit purchases rather than gross credit purchases.
Here is the illustration on how to compute other items of income using cash basis. So, hinihingi dito sa problem is yung rent income under ng cash basis and accrual basis. Under ng cash basis, 1 million yung naging sagot dahil kapag cash basis, nare-recognize lang ang income kapag na-receive ito in cash. Kapag naman accrual basis, kailangan muna natin gumawa ng T accounts. Accrued rent income is an asset, so the beginning balance is on the debit side, while unearned rent income is a liability account, so the beginning balance is on the credit side. Hindi natin sinama ang rental payments received sa unang T accounts kasi nagpe-pertains ito sa parehong accrued rent and unearned rent. Kaya i-combine natin yung nauna nating T account. Yung amount ng rental payments received is nilagay sa credit side dahil credited ang rent receivable or unearned rent kapag naka-receive ng cash from rentals. Ito naman yung illustration ng pag-compute ng other items of expense using accrual basis. So, same procedure sila ng other items of income. Kaya una, gagawa ka muna ng T account and then combine the two T accounts. The insurance payments is placed on the debit side of the combined T account because prepaid insurance or insurance payable is debited when cash is paid for insurance. If cash basis naman, same pa rin siya ng procedure, gagawa ka pa rin ng T account katulad ng sa accrual basis.
Here is the example problem for income tax. ABC Corporation has the following information. Payments made for income taxes is 1 million. Income tax payable increased by 200,000. Deferred tax liability January 1, 300,000. Deferred tax liability December 31, 900,000. Deferred tax asset increased by 500,000. The requirement is to compute for income tax expense to be presented in the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income in accordance with the PFRS. Here's the solution. The current tax expense is computed as follows. The income tax payments for December 31 na 1 million and for January 1 is 1.2 million. Pero paano natin nakuha yung 1.2 million na yun? Tignan natin yung computations baba. The income tax expense is 1,300,000 minus the increase in deferred tax liability ng December 31 na 900,000 minus the deferred tax liability for January 1 na 300,000. And we will get 600,000. So, subtract lang natin siya sa income tax expense na 1,300,000 at i-add natin yung increase in deferred tax asset na 500,000. Saka pa lang natin nakukuha yung current tax expense na 1.2 million na nasa problem natin. At pag sinubtract natin yung income tax payment na 1 million minus the 1.2 million, makakuha natin yung answer na 200,000 kung saan ito ang ilalagay natin sa statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income.
Ang depreciation is provided normally sa parehas na basis. Sa bad debts naman, no bad debts are recognized because receivables are not recognized sa cash basis. Sa accrual basis naman ng bad debts are recognized for receivables whose collection is doubtful. Next naman is the amortization of discount or premium on financial instrument. Sa cash basis, no discount or premium is recognized. Interest, income, or expense is recognized for cash collections or payments. Sa accrual basis naman, the effective interest method is used for financial instruments measured at amortized cost. Next naman natin is the fair value gains or losses on assets and liabilities accounted for at fair value as required or permitted under PFRSS. Ito ay hindi nire-recognize sa cash basis pero nire-recognize siya sa accrual basis. Katulad din ng other comprehensive income na hindi nire-recognize sa cash basis pero nire-recognize sa accrual. So that's the end of our discussion. Thank you for listening.